Hey Mama, I'm Ashley, and this is the Maverick Mompreneur podcast, where you're free and encouraged to own your desire to create and scale an impactful, discoverable online brand and business in the midst of motherhood. A business that's aligned with your mission, lifestyle desires, personality, and zone of genius without wasting your time on the hustle and grind hamster wheel that is social media. Can I get an amen? Sis, you are a maverick, an original, willing to stand out in your authenticity, defy expectations, and do life and business outside the box. In our world, if it's not aligned with who we are, it's a hard pass or a brave pivot. So if you're here for the powerful identity shift and transformation from boss babe or boss mom to aligned CEO, building a one-of-a-kind, influential, hustle-free online business that will produce long-term impact and multiple streams of income through SEO, affiliate marketing, and courses while building yourself in the process, well, pop in those AirPods, grab that cup of coffee or glass of wine, and let's get growing. Hello, Ashley here. Welcome back, or welcome to the Maverick Mompreneur podcast. I am so glad you're here. I am recording this podcast episode on a Thursday, and normally podcast episodes drop on Wednesdays, but my schedule's been totally thrown off. I've been working on a couple of different projects. One is a masterclass for next week called the Digital Side Business Blueprints. I'm really excited about it, and it was just a spur of the moment offer that I decided to come up with because my daughter is with her dad for 2 weeks, and to keep myself from going literally insane and missing her too much, I am just throwing myself into creativity and creating things for you all. So if you're interested in that, I will leave a link. I should get this episode out before that masterclass. It's only $22, so definitely take advantage of it. I just want to record it live, teach, and then be able to package it up. I feel like it was something kind of missing in my offer suite. So that's what we're doing. But today, for this episode, we're going to dive into the very, very important concept of value proposition. And value proposition, I will obviously explain it to you in great detail, what it is, how you can create it. But it's one of those marketing terms that I think previously it was like, man, you don't need a value proposition. Well, yes, you do. It's absolutely essential, especially for online personal brands in a very crowded, noisy online space, to be able to actually differentiate yourself and attract your target audience, build trust with them, increase your sales, increase your conversion rates of your content, create that cult-like brand loyalty that we all seek. It's the foundation of your success, really and truly, is your value proposition. So if you are an influencer, if you are selling affiliate products, you're in social selling, you're selling your own offers and services online, definitely grab something to take notes with, and let's get your value proposition dialed in and on point. Before we dive into today's episode, I wanted to remind you that the enrollment for the Maverick Society membership is still open until June 28th. And that will be the last chance to get in on the founding members opportunity. Let's go over what you get as part of the Maverick Society membership. This is created for female entrepreneurs who not only want support, not only want community, but they want the how-to of building a business as well. And so there are 3 tiers to choose from within our membership. There's the Maverick Society membership base, there's VIP, and there's Elite, depending on the level and type of support that you desire. So all 3 tiers of the membership include the following: quarterly personal growth and business planning sessions, so that you have a strategic personal brand game plan to work from and be accountable to within the group. We will have a private Facebook group to share, ask questions, and or connect with other female entrepreneurs who are building their brands and businesses online. This is your tribe of women who get it. Even if other people in your life don't, we will. There will be 2 group hot seat coaching calls via Zoom with me each month, so that you can get personalized coaching that way. And don't worry, you can submit a question beforehand if you cannot attend live. And this is designed so that you have a bi-weekly check-in if you're working on a big project or you're working through a course of mine and you need help to get past a block or something technical, which, by the way, one of the other perks of the membership is you get full access to my pre-recorded course library, including Social Seller to CEO Academy. So the how of building a digital side business, of building and scaling an online business. You get access to all of that instantly. You also get complimentary access to all live programs or masterclasses that I put out during your stay in the membership, excluding masterminds or one-on-one mentorship. And then lastly, once a month, we will have a Zoom mocktail/cocktail happy hour for celebrating and just taking the time to get to know each other, celebrate milestones, small and large, in our businesses, and just have that true sense of community. I'm really excited for that part. So all of the above and more. And then for the very first 10 members, which we still have a few of these spots left, you'll receive a bonus that's a brand and business audit from me. And what I will do is gather some information from you as far as your social media, any assets that you have like YouTube or a podcast or a website. I'm going to audit that and then give you a recommended high-level strategy overview. And you can use that to take logical next steps in building your business and really moving the needle as you're in the membership and even beyond it. So membership is open until Thursday, June 28th. There are 20 founding member slots available. Well, there were 20 founding member slots available. So take advantage of this, because after those slots are taken and after enrollment closes, the rates will go up, but you'll be grandfathered in at that investment level for as long as you stay a member. There is tons more information on my site, so head to elevatedwithashley.com/maverick or hit the link in the show notes and check it out. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so before we dive into the details of value proposition, let's first go over what this marketing concept really means. So in the simplest of terms, a value proposition is the unique combination of benefits and value that you offer to your target audience. It's what's going to set you apart from your competitors and makes your audience, your followers, choose you over someone else, over others. So I love me a good analogy. So let's go over a couple analogies to drive this home and then talk about how to define your value proposition. So in essence, people will pay a premium. People will choose a product, a person, a service over something else that might even be way less expensive if they see the value, if it stands out. So for example, the shampoo that I have been using is ridiculously expensive. It's called Vegamore. A few years ago, I lost a ton of hair. I'm talking like at least half of the hair on my dang head I lost. And so this has been like a very big pain point, if you will, is thinning hair. And so could I use a shampoo like Suave for $5? I could. It would get the job done, right? It would clean my hair. So does Vegamore shampoo, which is $48. But the difference being, it's more exclusive. It promises hair regrowth. They demonstrate proven results. Their branding is on point. So when I choose Vegamore shampoo, I'm willing to pay a premium. I choose to pay that premium over any other shampoo. The job is to clean your hair. But the unique value proposition of Vegamore, this particular one that I use, is hair regrowth. And so for me, I'm willing to pay extra because that is the unique value proposition that draws me to that particular product, that particular shampoo, when there's a sea of other shampoos that I could choose on Amazon, at Target, wherever I may be shopping. I think about this all the time within the online business coaching space. There are a lot of online business coaches. So to stand out, you really have to have a noticeable, remarkable value proposition that goes along with your brand. So if I were to define my own unique value proposition and why someone might choose me, and my clients do choose me over, say, another business coach, are things like my background in teaching. So I was in education, particularly special education, for 13 years. And so me as an online business coach, a course creator, a teacher of online marketing, that is pretty unique as a value proposition. So assuming that I know what I'm doing, I should therefore be able to teach it well in a way that many different types of learners can understand. So that would be part of my unique value proposition as an online business coach. Now, I also focus heavily on creating evergreen assets like websites, podcasts, searchable assets for your branded business alongside of, yes, building community on social media. But I'm not an online business coach who's going to promote you being on social media every day, all day long, and not having that long-term vision for what feels aligned. And so I would say for me, those are value proposition pieces that go along with my personal brand. Of course, part of your unique value proposition is you, your personality, assuming that you are showing up authentically as the fullest expression of yourself for that day. You as a human being and the way you present yourself is part of your value proposition. So just take a moment to think about your particular industry. And if you're scrolling through social media, who stands out? So who stands out to you? Why do you follow who you follow? Why do you think people join or buy from or ravagely consume certain people's social media over others? Just think about some of those reasons and maybe even list them out. Now let's explore how you can create a really compelling value proposition for your target audience. Okay, so step one is going to be to really truly understand their pain points, their challenges, and or their desires. So put yourself in the shoes of your ideal client, your target audience, and think about what are those things that keep them up at night? What plagues them in the back of their mind in either a negative or a positive way? What problems are they facing? What do they truly want? You really have to start with your ideal client avatar, your target audience, and their pain points. I have episodes on this. I will link the 2 relevant episodes to the show notes here. If you aren't in my brand toolkit, so if you go to elevatedwithashley.com/toolkit, I believe, I have a listing of all of my podcast episodes by category and they're clickable. So say you wanted to learn about ideal client avatar, they're all listed there. Say you wanted to learn about personal branding, all of those are there. So once you have a clear understanding and I would say written list of their needs, then you can align your value proposition to address and meet those pain points, those needs, and you can be the solution. You can provide the solution. For example, so let's take mompreneurs. If your target audience is mompreneurs and one of their big pain points, which this is my target audience, they struggle with balancing motherhood and business, right? That's always a challenge, balancing mom life and building a business. So your value proposition could be a coaching program or a digital course that would help them to achieve that harmony between those two components of life, giving them practical strategies, giving them support. So you are meeting with your brand, their needs and their desires. That's going to be a huge part of your value proposition. You can help them over another coach because of your thoughtfulness in their actual pain points and desires. But a strong value proposition doesn't just address pain points and desires. It's also showcasing the benefits that your product or your offer or your services uniquely provide. So let's say that you're in network marketing, social selling, and you are selling affiliate products for a commission. You could be like every other person, it seems, and just post about the product. Here's the product, here's the results. Or to add to your unique value proposition, you could create a Facebook support group that has enrichment, that has support, that has community alongside of those products that you're selling. So it gives something extra. It gives exclusive resources, ongoing support, things like that, that increase the chances of attracting your ideal customers and honestly retaining your ideal customers who will hopefully then make a purchase within that group. I've actually been thinking a lot about value proposition these days as far as being someone who sells digital courses with the availability of technology like AI, like ChatGPT, information. Not only do we have Google, but now literally if you wanted to learn something, you can utilize this technology and really have access to a lot of information, almost in a course-like format. And so it's even more important to think about when you're selling a digital product, what can you add to that to really stand out even against things like ChatGPT? For example, if I am selling a course, maybe I would typically only sell that self-paced course for $197. Let's take an example. I have a range, but $197. To add to the unique value proposition, I could also also offer a 30-minute consultation call, and I could increase the price, but the perceived value, if I'm doing a good job of branding myself and the way that I can help someone more specifically with my one-on-one time, that would increase the value proposition even if I'm increasing the price. So I think it's really important to think about different components to add into your offers if you are selling your own offers or if you're selling affiliate products. Just something to consider. What can you add in order to make that product or that offer or that service even more valuable, even if that means increasing the price? I had someone ask, this was several months ago, but I just did a post on it the other day about what type of offer could they create of their own when they have a product-based business. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. So I would look at the product and think, how could I help someone achieve even better results with this product? And oftentimes that's going to be personalized support, help through implementation or usage with this product, incorporating it into your life. And I'm being very general because there's so many different types of physical products, but you could easily create some sort of downloadable ebook. You could create a video series, an email series, an audio series, a challenge, which could be paid. And so it can be along with the purchase of the product at this additional cost or for free, but I personally would make it as an additional cost because if someone is paying for something, they're much more likely to actually stick with it, implement what they're learning moving forward. So now we're going to dive into another aspect of having a really strong value proposition. And this goes back to what I was saying about me incorporating into my marketing, my teaching experience. So that's going to be your unique selling proposition. And that is what makes you different from all of your competitors by highlighting a specific advantage that you have. So this could be something like your expertise, your experience, your specific niche you specialize in. So this to me is something that I really do, I almost said harp on. That's a terrible word. That sounds obnoxious, but it is something that I incorporate into my marketing quite often. I typically, although I work with a range of clients as an online business coach, I really do specifically oftentimes work with women in social selling who want to diversify their streams of revenue through their brand outside of just social selling. They want to often automate social selling like I did, either the recruitment part or the selling part. And as someone who has been a top 2% leader in 2 different social selling companies in the past before transitioning into online business coaching, that experience, that expertise, those results that I've gotten for myself definitely highlights a specific competitive advantage for that target audience, that ideal client over, say, another online business coach who doesn't have the 13 years of teaching experience, 7 years in branding in the online space, and being a top 2% leader in the recent years in 2 different companies. And so for me, that's my unique selling proposition of myself as a personal brand. So I want you to think about what are those areas of expertise, that experience that you have, even if it seems unrelated, that you can bring into your unique selling proposition to bolster up that value proposition of your brand. You have it there. Sometimes we think, oh, I'll never use that skill again, or oh, I wasted all that time on that degree or that relationship or whatever it might be. But truly, if you look for it, it all belongs. So I want you to dig deep and think about what are those elements that you can highlight and not harp on, you can highlight within your marketing of your own personal brand, regardless of what your niche is. So let's return to the shampoo analogy. So there are multiple types of shampoos that claim to promote hair regrowth. So why would I choose Vegamore over another? And why would someone else choose another shampoo over Vegamore? Well, that's going to vary. But for me, I was looking at the ingredients. So these ingredients were relatively clean. They're not 100% organic, but relatively clean compared to the other brand that I was looking at. And honestly, I am a sucker for branding. I really liked the vibe of the brand. I liked the packaging. It smells amazing. So I've now reordered this shampoo multiple times. I'm literally on their subscription because I have noticed results in my hair regrowth and definitely in my hair retention. I promise this isn't sponsored. I am not an affiliate of the company, although now I'm like, I should really look because I'm really going off on this example today. But anyhow, in their marketing, Vegamore definitely clearly showed me what I needed to see from their brand in order to make a purchasing decision. And so similarly, whatever niche you're in, you need to identify your unique selling points, your value proposition, and be able to effectively communicate that to your target audience. And I want you to think about the shampoo analogy, because shampoo companies really do something that I feel like we as personal brands forget to do. And that is, in their marketing, they are literally showing the results. So in a Vegamore or any shampoo commercial, what we see is beautiful, thick, luxurious, shiny hair. They are not showing ingredient lists. They're not showing the manufacturing process. They are showing the desired result, right? So when I feel my hair and I feel that it was thin and had fallen out so much, and I see before and afters, I see these results, that is what I want. So we have to think about, in our marketing, how can we showcase results? So our own results, whether that be your lifestyle, your fitness, the results for your clients in whatever area. Think about your niche, think about your industry. What are those desires and pain points, and how in your marketing can you showcase upfront the results and then backward map from there? So it's a little bit off topic, but whenever I think of shampoo commercials, I just think about, yes, that's exactly what it comes down to, is showing someone the results that they really want. Okay, so now let's go over a little more in detail than I did in our introduction why this is so important. And I hope you can notice through the analogies and examples, I'm sure you can, having a value proposition clearly defined and communicated to your audience is key. But here are 5 reasons why. So firstly, differentiation. In the online space, I don't care what niche or industry you're in, there is a ton of competition. Having a value proposition that's compelling and unique is what is going to set your personal brand apart from others in your niche, hands down. You want to make sure that this is something that showcases your unique personality, qualities, your expertise, what makes you stand out. And this is what is going to help you to stand out from the crowd and have your audience choosing you over the many other people who they could choose from. Just telling it like it is. I know it's like, oh my gosh, it used to not be so competitive, but it is now. And so this is important to elevate what you're doing, including value proposition. Okay, so number 2, attraction. So attracting, being magnetic to your ideal client. Having a very well-crafted value proposition is going to attract and captivate your target audience, because you're going to be speaking directly to their needs, their desires, their pain points, and then highlighting and showing them how your personal brand, your offers, your products, your services can provide the solutions and value that they are seeking. So again, going back to really sitting down and defining who is your ideal client avatar, what do they want, getting to know that person so well, so that every time you sit down to create a piece of content, whether it's a blog post, whether it's a social media post, whether it's a story, you're speaking to those things. You are showing up for them. The 3rd reason, trust and credibility. So having a compelling, clear value proposition is going to build trust and credibility with your audience, with your ideal clients. So it shows that you understand their challenges. It then positions you as an expert or authority who can deliver results. So therefore, people are going to choose your personal brand over others if they trust you, if they feel that you're an authority. And the way to do that, having and communicating a compelling value proposition. 4th, and importantly, this is going to lead to more conversion with your content and more sales. Because if someone trusts you and they understand and they recognize the unique benefits and value of what you offer, they're going to be more likely to invest in your products. So a couple of weeks back, we had a podcast on embodiment. So if you are the embodiment of the results that your product, service, or opportunity claim to provide, that is going to be a really freaking compelling reason for them to choose you and you over someone else. And of course, this is going to impact your bottom line. So again, having and communicating that value proposition is key to this. And then not everyone who comes into your world is going to purchase from you the first time they meet you. Typically not. Nowadays, the research is more like 20 different touches before someone is ready to buy. So therefore, creating brand loyalty, so someone's sticking around for your free content, staying in your world, and if they have purchased from you, continuing to purchase from you, that is key. So having a value proposition helps to foster that brand loyalty. So when you deliver on your promises that you make in your value proposition, because of course, you can't make up a value proposition and have it stick. That consistently is going to create that strong connection with your audience and with your customers, and that's going to lead to repeat business, that's going to lead to referrals, that's going to lead to a solid community of people who are your raving fans. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up. I hope that this podcast episode was a little bit of an entertaining spin on a classic but very important marketing concept that you need to incorporate into your personal brand, which is value proposition. So to recap, we want to make sure that we understand our audience's needs, their pain points, their desires, and that we align our value proposition with those things while highlighting the unique benefits that we provide through our services, our opportunities, our products, whether digital or physical, and communicating that unique selling piece effectively. And so if you do those things, you're really going to have a really powerful value proposition that's going to speak directly to your target audience, to your ideal client avatar. Again, thank you so much for listening today. Before I totally wrap up, I did want to give you a little bit more information on the Digital Side Business Blueprint Masterclass. Again, that's the one that's $22 now. If this is later on, you don't catch this live, it will be linked below as a self-paced masterclass course. But I'm going to be sharing the formula that I've used for my own businesses as well as with my clients from a variety of industries, from people selling their own organic physical products via e-commerce to a retired racehorse trainer and seller, to a life coach, to network marketing professionals, to personal trainers, and more. This is the blueprint that brings in sales. So there's 4 key points that we're going to go over in the masterclass. So if you've been wanting to either start a side business online or to refine and grow a side business online, this is for you. We're going to go over number 1, selecting a side business idea, 2, lead generation and marketing, 3, community building and engagement, and then 4, scaling and growth strategies. So this is going to be a crap ton of value. It is only $22 because I would love to have the energy at a live recording. And I also want to, full disclosure, get you into my world. You're going to love this class. You're going to love me, I hope. And then if you stick around until the end, you're going to be very, very spoiled with a special offer that only you will receive if you sign up for the class. So make sure that you check out the link in the show notes, sign up for that. You'll have the replay forever, but I do suggest if you can watch it within the first 48 hours so you can take advantage of that special gift to you. Okay. All right. Until next week, cheers to your impact. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. My goal is to help as many women in business online as possible to build strong, powerful, aligned, and profitable personal brands. The best way to show you appreciate this content is to screenshot and share on your social media or share with your team. Actually, even better would be to also leave a review for the podcast on whichever platform you're listening on. If you are looking for any additional support, you can always reach me via email at hello@elevatedwithashley.com. You can DM me on Instagram at Ashley R. Latimer, or join us in the free Elevate Academy for brand building, maverick marketers, and mompreneurs Facebook community. Can't wait to chat with you next week.